Dears, and welcome to Mara's Musings of this week. Thank you to all of you who've engaged, given me feedback. It's really helpful as I'm carving out new courses and the offering of the women's group coaching. This week, I really want to dive into a podcast that I listened to that just touched me so deeply. It's from Steven Bartlett from The Diary of a CEO, where he interviews Wim Hof, the Iceman. And a year ago was the first time I actually got into ice. It was about a year ago. And I had kind of brushed it off over time. And it really inspired me and kickstarted something new. It got me back into gear, into my sports. And this podcast just blew me away. Understanding Wim Hof's story, and also the fact that his wife committed suicide when he had 4 kids to take care of, the fact that he couldn't go into a downward spiral, and that the cold ice, the water, really brought him to his comfort zone. And it's all around living at the edge of life, out of your comfort zone, and constantly pushing yourself, because life is going to give you those circumstances. But if you push yourself there, you can deal with them. So I really started seeing that between sorry, the sleepiness of life, or let's say the latency in the comfort zone, versus going to your edge and constantly pushing. I'm not saying that we have to go there. Maybe psychologically it's like, okay, we're pushing ourselves too much and we're overachievers. But what it really brought to me was the kind of excitement of life, that willingness to live. And he talks about being healthy, happy, full of energy and life. And I think that's what we're striving after. Sorry for the coughing. There was a complacency that I felt like I got to through just meditating, through just sitting in stillness, in the beingness. Yes, I do believe in this. I believe in opening the space and also taking the right aligned action. And that for me kind of brought in the energy of the right aligned action. That kickstarting with the ice, that believing in yourself, that knowing that you can push your boundaries and be going beyond your fears. I had tons of fears about the cold, and I still do. I grew up in Singapore. Every time it's cold, I have like jumpers. I'm layering up my son. I'm always bringing warm things, and my partner's always laughing at me about it. But this is where it brought me to. It's like, wow, we can trust life, we can trust our bodies, we can speak to ourselves so much more. And he talks about someone who had Lyme's disease, who was over 60, or I can't even remember how old, and climbed Mount Kilimanjaro in 36 hours. The possibilities are endless. And Wim Hof talks about this life force. And I've really recently started connecting deeply back into this life force again and feeling it. And that's what I want to bring here. It's not about being complacent, but it's knowing that you have the life force to design the life you want to live. So instead of life like pushing you around and creating life for you, let's design the life you want to live, for you to tap into it. But before even going there, so many women I work with even say, I don't know what my goals are, I don't know what I want. So let's peel the layers back to find ourselves back to you, and to find what life it is that you want to live, how you want to create it, what offerings you want to put in the world, versus working 9 to 5 and putting that out. So I hope this inspires you as much as it inspired me. I'm going to put the link to the podcast below that you can listen to it, but it really kind of kickstarted something new in me this week, and it was so inspiring. Sometimes there are these moments where we listen to something that really brings something new, and it has for me, and I hope it does touch you, to really know that you can create the life you want to live. We can move beyond our biggest traumas. Yes, it might be difficult. Yes, the moment might be hard, but know that there is a rainbow at the end of the tunnel. There is an end to it, and that you can achieve that. And then building that life that you want to build through all the tools and all the things that you know and everything I've been sharing, but so much more, to really know that you're not a victim of life, but you can create the circumstances to make it happen for you. Please reply. Any feedback is super welcome. Thank you for being part of this journey. Thank you for hearing from my inspirations. Let's keep sharing anything that's inspired you recently. I want to hear from you as well. And I'm excited to continue this journey together.